and welcome to episode 135 of Movies and Us. I'm TJ.
And I'm Marcus.
And this is the review show that reviews genre movies from the beginning, sometimes. And today we are covering the 2017 release of DC Superhero Girls Intergalactic Games. Yay.
I was reading the title as you were saying that. I was like, oh, that was the title to this movie. It's like, they all blend together.
Anyway, this movie was directed by Cecilia Aronovich.
Yeah.
Written by either Shea or Shea Fontana. It was produced by Jennifer Coyle and Paula Hafley.
Are we see this yet? I see it. Oh, God, that is a hard name, huh? Hafley, yeah.
It stars... The list of the way they list the stars here is very weird. Like, the main cast, the stars of the show, are, like, towards the middle and the bottom. So, which I found weird.
Maybe it's, well, not an ABC. It's an ABC order, it looks like? No. Yeah.
No.
The last names are. What's up?
So that's what Y.
No, the last names are. The last names are in alphabetical order.
Oh, the last names are in alphabetical order. You're right.
That's how they did it.
Oh. All right. So
I'm smart.
Yeah, sure. This movie stars Yvette Nicole Brown, Greg Sipes, Rami Daines, Jessica Sissoko, John DiMaggio.
If you didn't know his last name, how would you pronounce that? Because you just started on DiCiccio. If you saw DiMaggio without knowing how to say that, how would you say it? DiMaggio.
Well, I would probably go Maggio because that's why I went Sissy in the beginning of the last one, because I think it's the same enunciation.
Okay.
But it could be DiCiccio. It depends.
What about Sicko? Or is that this not? What could it be? Sicko, huh?
Sicko would be an S.
Well, DiCiccio, DiCiccio, same thing.
No, enunciation is weird in different languages.
True.
So C's become S's, and S's aren't necessarily pronounced S.
That's fair, I guess.
So it depends. Like in a lot of foreign languages, a lot of words start with T, but the T is always silent.
So when you go 2 names down, 3 names down, that's probably a German name, right? So you don't. It doesn't have the thing on top of the U. So I guess it's.
Oh no, I don't think it's German.
No.
No. It actually sounds like a altered migration name from.
For sure.
They came over from somewhere else, and their name was too hard to pronounce in America. So when they hit what's the harbor that they go into in New York?
Ellis
Island. When they hit Ellis Island, they're like, okay, we'll change your name. That's what they did with my family, and my name is super hard to pronounce in this thing, and it was even weirder. So
that's true.
Anyway, where was I?
Sorry, DiMaggio.
All right, Tila Dunn and I Fairweather, Nika Futterman. That's the name we were just talking about. Greg Griffin, Julianne Grossman, Tanya Gunadi.
See, we're not Gunadi.
That's probably what it is. It's probably Gunadi.
It's Indonesian-born actress, so I assume it's more, yeah.
It's probably Gennady. Like, I'm not an expert on languages or anything, and
none
of these names have accents over them, so it's hard to tell. So even because you have to actually type the accents in when you're doing it on an English keyboard, and whoever's editing Wikipedia is not doing that. So
they used to usually do, because I remember previous episodes they would have.
Some of them do, sure.
Yeah. But do they have those accents in Indonesia? Indonesia? I assume.
Yeah, I assume those where the accents come from.
Yeah, I'm like, do they have whatever, like the dots and the slashes on top of letters in that language? What language do they speak over there?
In Indonesia?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not even sure where Indonesia is, if I'm being honest with you.
Asia.
I know it's Indonesia, right? But honestly, like, China speaks Cantonese and Mandarin, and I think they have a third dialect.
Okay, Indonesia is a country in Southeast Asia and Oceania between India and Pacific Oceans. Okay, sorry.
But I think Mandarin and Cantonese are more official Chinese languages. So I don't know. Indonesia probably has its own language.
India consists of thousands of distinct native, ethnic, and hundreds of linguistic groups. God, I can't even say these fucking words.
Yeah, like I said, they have their own little languages and stuff like that.
Yeah. Languages, oh my God, I can't say any of these. Okay, Javanese, Sundanese, Madurese, Sudanese. Oh, thank you, Sudanese. Madurese.
I would have to look at it. I don't know what
Minangkabu. I butchered that one. And Bujinese.
But like you could, the accents are in the written form.
Yes.
So I don't know how they write their languages. I don't know if they use letters or kanji like in Japan, or like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it depends. Like, I don't know if they use pictograms or what their languages are. So
the number one religion over there is Islam, followed by Christianity. It's crazy how much Christianity has been beaten into people. From 87% from Islam to 10% Christianity, then Hinduism is now 1%. That's just amazing to me. God, history's fascinating, TJ. Names. Sorry.
Well, why are we talking about Indonesia? Why is that the country?
Because I saw you like starting over Jessica, this whoever her name is, It's like, and I saw DiMaggio, and I feel like that'd be equally hard if we didn't know who he was.
Yeah, but we passed that. Then we went.
I know, but then again, this lady came up.
Tanya. Is that where we are?
Tanya Gennady.
Yeah,
and she was Indonesia. And it's like, let's just go down the rabbit hole and see how.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways,
Josh Keaton, Tom Kenny, who's SpongeBob.
Who did he play? He played Sinestro? Huh.
Yeah, and Lobo.
He didn't sound like Sinestro. I mean, he didn't sound like himself. So that's pretty cool.
Phil Omar, Misty Lee, Danica McKellar, Carrie Payton. That's the Walking Dead guy that I got confused with last week. Stephanie Shea?
Yeah.
April Stewart, Tara Strong, Fred Tatasori. What?
Wow, good job.
We've done that one a few times.
Okay.
Anna Vocino? Yeah. Hinden Walsh. Hinden Walsh. Mae Whitman and Alexis G. Zoll.
Yeah.
A lot of names.
Surprisingly, yeah, there's a lot of people in this thinking about it.
The movie is only an hour 17, and there is no behind the scenes. There's literally no information. That the Wikipedia is literally 2 paragraphs and a list of names. So
2 paragraphs, list of names.
And I don't have a box office or any sales or anything. So box office.
Yeah, box office for 2017. Not doing top 10. Although I'll say top 10 again last time was, number 1 was Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi with $1.3 billion. But if I recall, last time we left off with these side movies, we did the 80s section. So we're going to do number 79 through 70.
Sure.
Okay. So at number 79 with $97 million, Legend of the Demon Cat. Give it a guess, TJ. I'm reading a description. I can't say most of these words. So
So it's foreign.
Yeah.
Okay. It's foreign. I'm trying to decide if it's an animated movie or a bad action film. I'm going to go with animated movie.
No, it is not an animated film. It is a live action talkie. Taking place in the Tang Dynasty. A demon cat appears and breaks the peace of Chang'an City, causing a series of strange events. Poet Bei Latine and monk Kuke join hands to investigate the death of the emperor's concubine, Lady Yang, by following the trail left by the cat.
Oh, so it's a noir.
Honestly, it sounds like a fun movie. Kind of like in the sense of what's the movie, the Monkey Priest King, whatever it's called.
The Monkey Priest King.
God, movies that goes to, you know what I'm talking about.
The Monkey Prince and...
Is it that? No.
Well, it's the Monkey King.
Monkey King. Yeah, Monkey King series. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I don't remember. Isn't it Journey or...
There's a few. There's Rebirth. I'm looking at it right now. Rebirth. There's, what was it? Havoc or something like that? Yeah. Journey, like I said, there's a few Monkey Kings.
What's the one that everybody copies?
Good
you know what
question.
I'm talking about? That's the main one everybody copies. Frank, what's it called?
Monkey King. There is Havoc in Heaven's Palace. Journey. Legends of the Monkey King. Journey of the West.
Journey to the West.
A 1995 film. That's animated.
That's not the no. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Then I thought
there's a lot of live
Journey.
action ones too, but
there's an early movie that every movie is inspired by, or it's what establishes everything. I thought it was Journey to the West.
Well, it's based on fables, isn't it? So,
maybe
fables / myths. So there's a lot of tellings of the story.
But I thought there was a movie that was made in maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're probably right. I just couldn't tell you, or tell you what the title is or how to get to that title. So I know our audience can tell us and probably yelling at us right now.
Yeah, but like anyway, moving on.
Sure. With $100 million, $100 million. Yeah, $100 million because the next one's Easter to break down. $78 million. $100 million at number 78 with a movie called Atomic Blonde.
Oh, I see.
And this one?
That's a John Wick-esque
movie. Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
That's a movie, right?
I watched it at the same time that I first watched John Wick.
Oh, okay.
So I just watched them back to back. And yeah, I really liked it. I actually liked it better than...
Yeah, same. I like this. I wish they would make more of these ones because it was surprisingly entertaining. And like the casting is because it's not Scarlett Johansson. Charlize Theron.
Yeah, Charlize Theron.
Yeah, she's really good in it. It's a solid movie. I'll read the description. An undercover MI6 agent is sent to Berlin during the Cold War to investigate the murder of a fellow agent and recover a missing list of double agents. So, James Bond.
It's probably the only modern film besides like John Wick that I've seen.
You picked good.
But like you said, it's based on James Bond, and I'm a huge James Bond fan.
And if I recall, because I know they did a few of these movies. I know there's like one of Angelina Jolie, I think, and something else, all in the same vein of badass female killer, spy, assassin people. I think this might be the one that's based off a comic/graphic novel.
I don't know,
but don't quote me on that.
I don't know, but I saw that one, so I didn't need to guess.
Nice. Well, why don't you guess this one? At number 77, a movie called Life of $100.5 million.
What's the title of the movie?
Life.
Oh, is it based off the board game?
No.
Wasn't there a movie based off the board game?
Yeah, Clue.
No, the board game Life.
Oh, probably. At this point, probably.
I think that's why.
There's a movie called Life starring Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence from the early 2000s, which is kind of okay.
So, all right. So, wait, back to this one. It's just called Life.
Life.
Such a fake title. It's about life. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll read it to you. A team of scientists aboard an International Space Station discovers a rapidly evolving life form that caused extinction on Mars, and now threatens the life on Earth.
Makes sense. Science fiction.
Yep. Sci-fi horror bullshit. Probably good. Probably up its own ass. I don't want to watch it.
What? It's not on your list already?
Let me check, actually. It could be on my list. Because it sounds like something that would be on my list. Oh, it stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson. Let's click on it. Oh, thank God, it's not on my list. Whew. I was kind of worried for a second. Looks good, though. I kind of want to add... Is Ryan Reynolds in it, too? Never mind. I'm not going to add that to my list. Okay, at number 76, you've heard of this movie. With $102 million, we got a movie called Jigsaw.
No, I know what that is. Never heard of it.
Come on, TJ. You know what this is. Jigsaw.
About puzzles?
Very close. Remember earlier on this list, we had a movie called Rings. And what was Rings?
No, I'm joking with you. It's the Saw series.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think it's a sequel or prequel. I didn't see this one, but bodies are turning up in the city, around the city, each having met a uniquely gruesome demise. As the investigation proceeds, evidence points to one suspect, John Kramer, the man known as Jigsaw, who has been dead for over 10 years. So, sequel.
Come to think of it, I think I only ever probably saw the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like mid-tier horror movies? No, that'd be a fun ones to watch with you, honestly. Because I've seen almost all of them besides the newest ones, and they're films. They're enjoyably stupid films. I think you would have a fun ride with them.
Maybe. I mean, I like slasher films.
Yeah. And I think the first one might be the better. It's been a minute since I've seen these movies.
I think I've only seen the first one, though. So, I know of the other ones because everyone's talked to them about them to death. But I don't actually think I've seen past the first one.
I don't know how you would feel about them because there's at least 5 or 6 of them right now.
No, there's 10.
Is there 10? Oh shit, you might be right. God, that's so many. So maybe I didn't see them. I know I saw a lot of them. It was up to a point I saw them I'm gonna stop here. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen them.
Wow. You think you would enjoy some of them because they kind of tell a consistent story, a story that runs through most of them. So
yeah, I don't know though. It's because it depends on how long they are.
That I don't think any of them were too long, but then again,
Yeah, I know. So it depends on how long they are. It will depend on my enjoyment of them. And I don't know.
Okay. 2017 Jigsaw. The runtime was 1:32. That's not bad.
Not bad. No, it's not bad.
It's really digestible.
I'm also not really into
body horror.
I want to say torture porn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
But that's not really my problem with it. It's whatever, I don't care. My problem is I just feel like I'm watching a knockoff Riddler.
Yeah, not everything's Batman, TJ.
But I know, but it's the Riddler. You know what I mean?
Okay, well we're not gonna Saw X is 1:58. Why is that 2 hours long?
I don't know.
That's excessive.
I don't know. We'll figure out a horror theme thing.
And I guess you're not wrong. It kind of is the Riddler.
Like we always do two different things at the same time. So
that's true.
I mean? So we'll figure something out. Anyway, where were we?
Okay, I'm looking at all this jigsaw. At number 75, Immortal Demon Slayer with $103 million.
Feel like that's an anime.
It doesn't look like an anime. But
is it animated?
No.
Oh, well, then I don't know.
Immortal Demon Slayer, a giant rebelled against the heavens. It was declared the devil and defeated. God, I love copy-paste translation. The mortal heart evolved into Sun Wukong. The heavens found him and ravaged his home. He enters the heavenly kingdom, disguised as a human, seeking retribution. Okay.
What's the name? Sun Wukong?
Sun Wukong. S-U-N space W-U Kong. Wukong.
Yeah, that's the Monkey King.
Oh, I told you, there's so many goddamn retellings of that.
I knew I recognized the name. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, it's so good. There's so many. It must be like I really have to watch this a retelling of that story because, god damn it, it has been done to death. It's like I guess it's like their version of King Arthur or whatever bastardized shit we have over here. Okay, next one, I guess. For 74 for $109 million, a movie called Along with the Gods: The Two Worlds.
What is with this numberless list?
I know, right? Between horror movies and overseas high power stuff, high fantasy stuff. Well, I don't know what this is actually. Hold on. Want to guess what it is?
I forgot. I didn't catch the name. What is it called?
Along with the Gods: The Two Worlds. I think it's overseas.
I don't know.
Oh, it's got a good rating. I'll add to my list. After a heroic death, a firefighter navigates the afterlife with the help of three guides. Oh, okay. It's kind of like, what's that movie? It's Ebenezer Scrooge, Christmas Carol, I guess?
I was thinking it was Christmas Carol, but he doesn't die in that.
No.
That actually sounds more along... Well, no, that doesn't... I was thinking maybe it's the Three Fates.
Oh.
Greek mythology.
Yeah.
It also reminds me of the guide from Dante's Inferno.
Oh. TJ, I want to add this to my... I'm looking at the trailer right now. It's playing on IMDb automatically. It kind of looks interesting. Oh, okay. Well, guess what? It's going to be one of the things we're going to watch eventually. 2.5 hours long, though, so I don't know about that.
It could be, like I said, it could be one of 1,000 things. But the three guides things makes me think it's more along the lines of a... Asian mythology, somewhere along those lines.
Oh, of course.
So
yeah, I don't know much about that stuff up there, so
I'm not sure what region it would be. It's definitely not Japanese. Could be Chinese, but it could be Indonesia or one of those Southern Asian mythologies.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you.
I could be completely wrong, and it could be South American too.
No, I'm looking. These are all Asian people.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cast and all that. Could be Korean.
I mean, the three guide thing is really what led me towards that. So
that looks interesting. Though. Anyways, another one we have going. God, so many. At number 73 of $110 million, a movie called Buddies in India.
Comedy.
It kind of looks like it. Yeah, an effort
two friends go to India.
It looks like a comedy / I guess drama-ish. In an effort to save his house, a man accompanies his son of a recent. A man accompanies the son of a recently deceased CEO to India to recover his will.
So yeah, two people go to India.
Yeah, like a little road trip. Haha, serious stuff. It's fun. I would add that to my list, TJ. This is why my list gets so long. Is to see things that kind of pique my interest. Like, I'll add it on and just never watch it.
Yeah, makes sense.
An hour 40.
Well, you know what my list is?
No, I'm not adding that to my list. It's 3.8 stars. What?
No, it's on my list.
What?
I don't have a list.
Of course not. Know what your list? This podcast.
Yeah, this is my list.
At number 72, you probably heard of this one with $113 million. The Dark Tower.
Garbage. Move on.
I assume it's the one, but I'll read it anyways. A boy haunted by visions of the Dark Tower from a parallel reality teams up with the tower's disillusioned guardian to stop an evil warlock known as the Man in Black, who plans to use the boy to destroy the tower and open the gates of hell. Is that it, TJ?
That's the Stephen King Dark Tower series book. Which, fun fact, first book series I ever read on my own.
Did you like it?
that I didn't have to read for school. Yeah, it's one of my favorite series of all time.
Oh, that's why.
Stephen King. It's one of Stephen King's, like, all of Stephen King's books essentially connect to the Dark Tower in some way.
Oh, was that his first? That's not his first one, though.
I don't know if it was his first, no, but which is funny because the Dark Tower is actually more of a dark fantasy series than it is a horror series.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's actually really interesting. One of my favorite books is the fourth series in that Dark Tower series. It's called Wizards and Glass.
Okay.
It's really good.
How many books are in the series?
7.
7, okay.
There's 7 books in the series, but the first 4 were written between like the 1970s and 1980s.
Okay.
He didn't write the last 3 until like 2006 or something like that.
Oh, wow. So kind of relatively, quote unquote, recent.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of this series for forever. Just never got around to reading it because it's not lazy. But every time they try to retell these or tell these in live action movies and shows, I feel they just butcher them every time.
Like, there's no way they were going to be able to tell that story.
One movie at least, right?
Faithfully. Well, you could tell the first book of the story. It's just your standard fantasy world story because it doesn't get weird into the second book.
Okay.
Like at the first, like it starts off with the gunslinger chasing the man in black across the desert, and he comes across a young boy who's from our world, essentially, and it's just those two traveling and chasing the man in black. The Dark Tower is more about alternate realities, essentially. Like in the second book, it's called The Three Doors or something like that, and each door leads to a different time period in our world, and he pulls people through into his world to help him. And it's more like all the other realities. Like essentially all his books are different realities, or they even, and a lot of them might even be in the same one, because the Man in Black's like the devil throughout, and he's in multiple books in Stephen King's throughout different things in there. And he's actually the antagonist in the book The Stand. If you know what The Stand is, he's the same guy in that.
Okay.
He's the main villain in that. And but these people, like, they don't really, like, in our world you can actually like really die, and I don't think they can really die in these other worlds. It's almost like they're all books, stories, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then there's a prime world, and then when he gets to like the later books, he puts himself in it and stuff, and it's like, okay, it gets really weird,
of course,
but like starting the second book, but the first one's pretty decent, and like I said, the fourth one's my favorite.
So is the series overall worth reading?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, absolutely. The ending is, it's funny because he wrote an ending to the series. Yeah, but before you get to the ending, he puts in a preface saying, I want to end this story here, but I know too many people are going to complain that I didn't put a proper ending in it. So if you want to continue on, here's the ending, but this is where I want the story. If you enjoyed the ride of this story, stop reading it here.
Oh, I like that.
So, and I thought that was really cool. So,
now, which ending did you like?
I mean, I'm a completionist, so I had to read both of them.
Yeah, but if you had to compare, which one did you prefer?
Honestly, I didn't really like either one of them.
Because TJ could have done it better.
No, I mean, Stephen King doesn't know how to end things. He never did. His endings are always garbage.
Kind of like how I do.
So it's like, it kind of ends on a happy note, his ending, with one of the guys coming across alternate reality versions of the companions that had died with him.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, the gunslinger goes off and actually enters the Dark Tower. Because that's the whole point. He's trying to get to the Dark Tower. And he finally gets there, and then the Dark Tower itself's disappointing. So,
well, no more, because I don't want you spoiling any more of this. So, okay,
yeah, no, that's fine. But it's worth a read. People say the opening line to the first book is one of the best opening lines ever.
Do you agree or disagree?
It's fairly simple. It's I'll just bring it up because I don't want to butcher it. The Man in Black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed.
Anyways, okay.
Like I said, it's...
Well, that's not the best thing I've heard of for opening line.
It's I mean, it's filled with like, okay, what's going on here? What was all this? You know what I mean?
Come on, that is the best opening line people were apparently saying.
They said one of the best.
It's not one. Say, read it again.
The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed. And then it follows: the desert was the apotheosis of all deserts, huge stand into the sky for what looked like eternity in all directions.
Now that makes it better. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, followed with the explanation of that, but like it's like, okay, who's the man in black and who's the gunslinger, and why are they following him? Why are they in the desert? It's just
no. I guess the point and it makes you question and wonder things.
Like I said, it's very simple. It's very simple, and that's why people really like it. And
it's the best of times, the worst of times kind of thing. I'm just saying. Hell, what's Moby Dick's opening line?
Don't even bring that garbage book up.
I know how much you love it.
Hold on, I'll bring it up. Call me Ishmael. Duh.
That's great. Yeah. Why did we know that?
I know it because I did in high school. I did a compare and what was it? A compare and contrast between Moby Dick and something else. Yeah, I did that one. Everyone else picked simpler books. I did 2 books.
What's that fucking animal?
And I used to think Moby Dick was good up until I decided when I was adult, let me go back and listen to Moby Dick on audiobook, and then there's an explanation on whaling and then a whole sermon as a chapter.
I don't know why you hate that. Anyways, we're not doing this again. Number 71. This one's going to be a long read. I don't feel like reading all this. At number 71 with $119 million, $119.055 million. A movie called Forever Young, TJ. Forever Young.
This list sucks, just so you know.
But we spent a lot of time on it, so it was entertaining. Want to guess what this one's about?
It's a metaphor. It's probably stupid.
About?
Life, growing up, I don't know.
Let me read this paragraph to you. Forever Young. From World War to revolutionary to ultimately rebirth, Forever Young is a story of 4 generations spanning 100 years of modern Chinese history. Each generation faces its own unique set of challenges up against corporate corruption, the trials and tribulations of the cultural revolution, and one's duty to a nation in a time of war. They are forced with choosing their individual paths through history. But as the challenges and turmoil of each generation may differ, as time changes, what was learned in the past cannot help but affect the choices that are made in the future as is passed down from generation to generation. And that is the universal message that being true to yourself is precious. It is a source of strength that empowers one to become the person they want to be, to march forward as far as their heart desire into the future.
My guess was better and less pretentious.
Much so. Last one for this week, number 70. Of $119.9 million, a movie called The Commuter.
That's about a guy next.
An insurance salesman / ex-cop is caught up in a life-threatening conspiracy during his daily commute home, starring the great Liam Neeson.
Told you. I did badly in that list. That one.
I know. I was surprised actually. You're not well. Hopefully next week could do better.
I'm usually pretty spot on with my guesses, but this was a bad list. It was filled with vague foreign films. That's why.
And some horror films and action shows. It was a mixed bag of weird shit. Anyways, back to you, TJ.
Yeah, back to me. There's nothing left to talk about.
DVD trailers.
Oh, right. I got some trailers. I got Tom and Jerry and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Is that the live action one?
No, Tom and Jerry and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I forgot they did that. Forgot that happened. Wow. Tom and Jerry did a lot of crossovers.
Yeah, I'm surprised they got so many licenses.
I mean, it's timeless, so it makes sense, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It's timeless, innocent fun. I think I would license with them. Like, hey, Tom and Jerry,
I guess. Who owns Tom and Jerry? It's either Warner. It's gotta be Warner Brothers, right?
Pretty sure.
So if it's not Warner Brothers, it's Hanna-Barbera. But I'm pretty sure it's Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. It's the other. Yeah. You said Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah.
Are they still a thing?
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't be.
I don't know, because I haven't heard of them in a minute.
Hanna-Barbera is probably owned by someone else by now, but I'm sure there's still a thing.
Defunct in March 12th, 2001.
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't heard of them in a minute, so I can't still lose. Turner Broadcasting System acquired Hanna-Barbera in 1966 and retained ownership until 1991, when Turner Broadcasting System acquired the studio using the back catalog. I'm not reading all that, but okay.
So TBS split. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. That was absorbed into Warner Bros. Animation. I don't like that.
So when you get so it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah. So when you get to the Hanna-Barbera wiki, when you scroll down on the right-hand side, it's formerly company title. Yeah. It says defunct 22 years ago, and it says underneath that Fate. Like, oh, that's ominous.
Fates?
Its fate was absorbed into Warner Bros. Animation. Successors, Cartoon Network Studios, Hanna-Barbera Studios, Europe, Warner Bros. Animation. It's got a library. Okay, headquarters, Hollywood. Anyways, I'm sorry, continue.
So it's still they're just Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers, yeah.
I also got a trailer for DC Superhero Girls Hero of the Year.
What? We reviewed that.
We did?
If the people are curious, go listen to that review. I don't remember what I gave it.
I don't remember what I gave it either. And then I got a trailer for Lego City Undercover.
Ooh,
it's a video game.
Okay.
Well, that's it. That's all the trailers that I had.
Are you ready to review this?
We should probably get to this eventually.
Yeah.
All right. Intergalactic Games. It's a DC Superhero Girls thing, so we open up with a TV show title song.
Yeah.
And, all right. So the gist of it is...
You don't want to go beat by beat for this one, DJ?
So the gist of it is... They're having Intergalactic Games, which is like...
Who's they?
The Superhero High.
Okay.
And so there's apparently a tournament that happened off screen where Superhero High and the team from Kuwagar High have made it to the finals, and they're having the finals on Earth on Superhero High. If you don't know, Kuwagar is a alien planet run by Sinestro. So that's his plan, essentially. That's where his race comes from, and he rules it.
Okay, I didn't know that.
He didn't always rule it, but he went back when he got the yellow ring, and he's taken over, and the Sinestro Court essentially runs Kuwagar.
Because, okay, so he does his yellow ring thing, and that's the ring of hate? Fear. And so he has his own core. So I guess he's got, like, defectors who joined him?
Yeah. I mean, well, that's so much defectors. He's got... So the emotional spectrum is what all the rings are powered by colored batteries, giant, huge batteries on planets.
Emotional spectrum sounds pretty liberal of you, TJ.
Each ring is based on a emotion. It's called the emotional spectrum.
I know.
Look, I didn't create it. I think it's a little ridiculous myself, but at least Green Lantern's weakness isn't wood anymore. So
it was, wasn't it?
In the Golden Age, yes.
That's really stupid because like there's wood a lot on this planet, so that's really dumb.
So
I forgot about that.
So each planet has its own battery and the rings come from those batteries, but the rings choose their bearers essentially. So there's not so much defectors as the rings find the person, like the Green Lanterns, who is strong of will. The yellow rings are who is the I'm not sure what fear is. It will always confuse me because it's not essentially who is the most scared.
Okay.
You know, it's more like people who embrace fear and use it, kind of, or inflicts it.
Probably inflicts it. Yeah, it makes sense.
Like, it's kind of weird because there's a Green Lantern called Jessica Cruz. She came in like 2013, and she was a shut-in because she saw her friends get murdered in a park one time, and so she was afraid to leave the house. So she's consumed with fear, and she overcame that fear and ended up becoming a Green Lantern, which means you would think she would be a Yellow Lantern, but no, because she overcame the fear, but she didn't get a ring when she was consumed with it. You know what I mean? That's
weird.
So it's very confusing. It's essentially whoever the writers at the time decides what the rules are and who gets a ring.
Sounds about right.
Like the only one that really makes sense is the Red Lanterns and the Yellow and the Orange Lanterns, because the Red Lanterns are rage and anger, and it's the most angry.
Easy. So
that's easy. And the Orange Lanterns, there's only one Orange Lantern, and it's this like Wookiee looking guy, and it's avarice because he's the most greedy person.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so they're really the only two, and I guess willpower if you have the strongest willpower. But like, then there's stuff like love and for Sapphire, and what's the blue one? I forget what the blue one is, but there's like 1,000 of them.
Of course there is.
Anyway, that's Kuwagar, which is weird because the people they chose for Kuwagar are weird.
Why?
Because there's one of them is. Her name's Bleeze, and she's the one with the bat wings.
Okay.
She's actually a Red Lantern.
Oh.
And who are the other ones? Blackfire's Starfire's sister. Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, all the Kuwagar people were bad guys, and I think that's why they chose them.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean. And then Mongal is Mongol. They just gender swapped them for some reason.
I love that, honestly. I love it. They're like, screw it. I love the gender swap of this.
And then what was the other one? Lobo. Lobo is just Lobo is awesome in the comics, but this is not that Lobo.
Well, which Lobo are we talking about? The real Lobo or the fake Lobo in the comics? I know they tried doing some weird shit with him.
Lobo's Lobo.
I know they made him to like a Twilight-esque character one time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They made him Twinkie and was it the New 52? They tried to make him like, there's the big burly one. But he was supposed to be an imposter. So the other one came.
I'm talking about the big burly one.
The real one, the alpha one, yeah.
Yeah, he's the real Lobo. He's the one that's still around.
Oh, so did he come back and kill the other one then? Like, how'd that happen? I don't follow, but
I'm pretty sure he killed the other one.
Okay.
I've read every single one of those comics, but they were so bad.
Yeah, I see the New 52. Yeah, the New 52, they brought the little dumb one in.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Lobo's got a daughter now, so.
Oh, okay. Was it consensual daughter or?
That he abandoned.
That's my Lobo.
And uses her from time to time. Like,
yes.
Like he was in prison.
Dad, yeah.
He was in prison and he sent her a letter to come visit her because he changed his ways. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty much switched his DNA with her somehow. So she got stuck in prison and he left.
I love that.
So
where's that movie at?
Lobo is kind of a dick, let's be honest with you.
That's the point of him though, right?
Yeah. His daughter's name's Crush, if anybody's interested.
I
think it's Crush. But yeah. Anyway, so we're having intergalactic games, and then there's a couple of side plots where Starfire is excited to see her sister, but her sister's a jerk to her, and Wonder Woman's trying to get an internship at some place, but the intergalactic people behind the tournament are jerks essentially.
Yeah, weird.
Anyway, so first thing, this movie is too long, even though it's an hour and 17 minutes.
Okay, you felt that too, right?
Yeah, because this movie ended 4 times.
Yes, it did. Oh my god, the first end thing I was like, great, let's finish. Like, oh, still going? Okay,
like I looked at it. I looked at it at the first ending, and it was only 33 minutes in. I'm like, how?
And oh my god, does it feel like 70s? It feels every minute of it.
And then it gets to the third end, and you actually think it's over, but no, there's still more.
There's just so many plot ends they gotta clean up and shit. It's like, god damn it.
All right, so here's how it plays out. They're having the intergalactic games, and Kiwagar versus Superhero High, but you can't forget the Furies. No, the bad guys from the last 2 movies, they have to make an appearance, so they come and they join too, and they're really there after the responsometer because the Metal Men are in this. And I don't really want to go into the history of the Metal Men because it's not really that relevant.
It's not, but we've done it before, so people know.
And we've done it before. Yeah. You can go watch that. What was it?
Ooh, what episode was that? I know it was like Justice League, some bullshit.
It was a Justice League movie, I think.
Hold on. God damn it, TJ.
It was the alternate Justice League movie.
I forget the title of that one. Gods and Monsters?
Yes, I think it was Gods and Monsters.
I want to say it's Gods and Monsters.
There's Justice League's Gods and Monsters. The alternate reality.
Let me pull it up, actually. Yeah. Yep, it's Gods and Monsters is that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so we already went through it. Essentially, Dr. Magnus created the Robot Men. They went on a rampage earlier in the episode, Superhero South, that they're going to destroy it, and the responsometer because they're too out of control, blah, blah, blah. So the Furies are here to steal that. So they join the games in the thing, and then the games are happening, and then the Furies find the responsometers, and the superheroes beat them and send them to jail. Movie over. No, 33 minutes in. Still got an hour left of this movie. Then we continue on the games. It ends up tie. This is a big deal because if Starfire made a bet with her sister, if she loses, Superhero High loses, she's got to go to Kuroko High with her sister.
Because, oh no!
Because the Earth, they're heroes, and that's gross. And they have regular people who are heroes with no superpowers and stuff. That's the death we got in this movie. So, and if she wins, she gets to spend a day with her sister, and then her sister's got to comment on her social media.
Aww.
Yeah. I mean, for all the lameness of it, it was kind of cute.
This is a movie for little girls.
Yeah, it was fine.
It's fine.
It was sisterly things, and it was cute for what it was.
The acting and action's fine in it too.
Yeah. It all turns out fine in the end. The sister realizes she was being the jerk, and now they're best friends. It was cute. It's fine.
Yes. This is not for us. It's for girls. You gotta remember little kids.
No, this is definitely not for us. Anyway, so
Who's like the main antagonist in this, TJ? Oh man, I guess the God, you're right. There's so many endings. Who's the bald antagonist in this, TJ?
Well, I was getting to it. So it's tied, and we're about to get the ending of the Intergalactic Games, and who's gonna win? And then throughout the movie, we find out that Lena Luthor has taken over Barbara Gordon's position as the IT person of the school, and she has created these like star kryptonite things, which I'm assuming was created in the actual show.
I'm guessing.
Because they bring it over to here. This is very much a movie based on the show. And if you haven't watched the show, you're going to miss out on some things.
Yes.
Anyway.
And I feel like that every time we watch these movies, like, I should have watched this show for this. I was like, I'm not sitting down and watching this show. But I think sure will give you a good feeling into most of the stuff.
Like, the last movie ended on a cliffhanger, if you remember, when the clips out. This movie ends on a cliffhanger, too, which I'm assuming all this stuff gets resolved in the show.
Because these movies are either the beginnings of the seasons or ends of the seasons or something. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, so they're about to do it, and then Lena rises up out of the field they're playing on in a Lex Luthor mechanical suit with a bunch of kryptonite stars, and then there's a giant robot fight, and the superheroes stop them, and they win, and they defeat Lena Luthor.
Aww.
And the show is the movie's over.
Finally.
But it's not over, because Lena was working for someone else this whole time.
Who could it be, TJ?
So, Lena was working with Brainiac.
What?
What? What? Why? Out of nowhere. I mean, they showed it like twice that she was talking to someone else throughout the whole show.
But not heavy-handed enough to bring him in.
Yeah, no, it's like, just feels like it should have been a plot in a different thing. Like, he would come later.
That's what I thought was going to happen. Okay, that's where it's going to end. That's going to be
but no, intrigue. We have a whole 10-minute climax for Brainiac. And them fighting a giant robot Brainiac. And it's just like, okay, and then they defeat Brainiac. And the day is saved, and the Kuwagar people have run away from the fight because they're not helping. They're not heroes.
No.
But that means they forfeit the Intergalactic Games, and Superhero High wins the Intergalactic Games.
Woo!
And everything's all good and great. And then the real Brainiac raises out of the robot and flies off to space. And that is your cliffhanger. I'll see you in season 7 or whatever we're on. Because I don't think he shows up in the next movie, because the next movie is called Legends of Atlantis.
God, there's more, TJ.
That's the last one, though.
Oh, okay.
But that's it.
Yeah, it's a solid movie. There's a lot to it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's for little girls.
It's very cute. Like there's the robot from the Metal Men has a character arc for becoming more and more human throughout it. So that's fun to watch.
Yeah, like the responsive. So that was the thing.
Responsometer.
The responsometer, when Dr. Magnus creates it in the comics, is actually an emotional thing. It makes them human.
Yeah.
And so when he created the robots, he hadn't installed them in yet. And once it was installed into Platinum in this, and of course, Platinum's the only Metal Man that's a girl, so she's the only one that gets to become part of this show. So,
I'm fine. I love it.
It's fine. Yeah. Like I said,
this is a fine, good cartoon for Saturday morning for to sit your girls down or whoever's going to watch. It's like, here, kids, watch this. Like clean the house or whatever.
We say little girls, but
boys will watch it. I would have watched this show as a kid.
Like, not even just kids. I can see a little older kids watching it too.
Well, like, okay, I mean anybody under 10 and under, maybe 12, 13.
Yeah, 12, maybe preteens.
Yeah.
I can see them watching it. You know, it's fine. It's not for like it's not just for like 2 or 3 year olds.
No. It's like prepubescent. It's pre hormones, that kind of shit. You're gonna watch this.
It's fine. It's cute, but my God, is it boring?
Oh, it's so boring. I'll give this. It's less boring than the last one. I remember the last one being just a drag. This was exciting enough.
This one also had so many different endings. It's like, oh, you get excited because you think it's over, and it's like, come on.
Like I said, I was watching it. I was barely watching this. I was watching my phone a lot, and it's like this felt like an hour and some change. This felt like the time. Jesus, just get to the point.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just not for us.
No. No, to be fair, like I kind of like there's a side of me that wants to watch the show and then watch the movie, see how much investment I have in this. But again, not for me, so I'm gonna put my time into it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That show might
even at 20 minutes an episode,
that's a lot.
Like this was the equivalent of what, 4 episodes?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if I could sit there and watch episode after episode.
No.
You know what I mean? If I was gonna do it, I would have to watch maybe one at a time or something.
Yes, because especially if it's not a running story through each season, and it's just like random things happening each episode. It's like, I can't sit through that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I am huge into superhero media. This is kind of why I do this. But this is just
not for us.
I said, I don't want to knock it because it's not bad.
It's not.
It hits its audience perfectly. Yeah. I'll say that. That's even funny and stuff. They got an ongoing joke with Parasite cleaning stuff, and then it always gets ruined. It's basic comedy, but it works. You know?
It's a great entry level. It's a great entry level to that kind of comedy. These kind of stories. It's the cartoon. Like, it's a good beginning. Like, here, if you like superheroes, this is what you start with, kids.
Yeah, someone understands their audience. Yes, without a doubt.
Yes,
and which is why I assume it was as popular as it was.
Yeah. And this is the third one?
This is the second major release, but it's the third movie.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
So, want to rate this thing?
It's always hard to rate these ones because
I'm confident in my ratings.
I feel like I have to grade it on 2 different curves.
That's what I was going to do, too, yeah.
So go ahead, do yours.
Well, for me, if I'm just solely viewing for myself, it's a 5. 5 out of 10. Like, it's an okay movie. I get what kids like it, not for me, but it was still enjoyable enough for me to sit through it, half-assed watching it. As a kid, I think this is the most entertaining of the 3 for my boy brain. So this is the most entertaining and most enjoyable, most fun to watch of the 3. I would give this probably 8 if I was a little boy watching this.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I'm at the same numbers.
Yeah,
because I can't give it lower than a 5.
No, because it's not, of the 3, it's not the worst one. And it's enjoyable enough.
Not even that. It's just not bad in any way.
No.
So it's just straight average for me.
Yeah.
So you can't give it lower than a below average score if it's just an average movie. You know what I mean? But like you said, it's got 4 endings, so it's it keeps going. Exactly. It's like, if you're a little kid, you're like, oh, what's going? Wow, you know what I mean?
And because it keeps ending of a bigger and bigger villain. Like, okay, Metal Lady's figured out. Now Lex Luthor Lady's figured out. Now Brainiac. Like, oh god, it keeps going.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
So yeah, I agree. It's just, man, are they hard?
They are. Oh man.
And it's hard to be objective when you have to sit through something that's hard to watch.
But I think we're pretty fair on these.
Yeah, we are, but
trust me, if I didn't like this movie, I would bash it. You know me, I'm gonna bash this dumb thing.
Yeah, and that's another thing. There's just nothing to talk about. It's just
it's a safe, okay movie.
It's just competent. It's like, okay.
Exactly. It's so stupid. Because there's nothing challenging in this. It's just a very, very, very generically okay movie.
Yeah, it's very competent.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like, I don't regret watching it. It is what it is. Yeah. It's like, it's just, I don't know. I felt like I wasted 3 hours of my life when I didn't.
It's so long. Again, although I would have this is something I would have on in the background in my house because it's a cartoon, so it's colorful. As turn the volume down, put some music on, play this in the background because it's at least visually fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, it's a movie.
It's a movie. That's exactly what it is.
Oh man. Well,
I have nothing else to say about it.
No, might as well close this off, TJ.
No, we did it. It's done.